welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Ranconius and Timmy coming at you. Timmy, explosive game number 1, and Chiefs very happy with their win.
Yeah, Chiefs just coming right out of the gate, no fooling around, no holds barred, just really dominating in just about every lane, except for maybe the mid lane, which kind of fell to a little bit of a stalemate. The only real factor there was the rotations from the junglers and the Guardian, the support at some points there.
That was kind of what we were expecting on the left-hand side of the map. If you have a look at the picks that came out in the middle as well, Agni, yeah, you probably expect Alposh to have a little bit early on the lane. So the fact that he went even in the mid lane was a big win for the Chiefs. Let's actually head into picks and bans for game number 2, which are already coming up on your screen as well. It is once again going to be Chiefs and Synapse. No way! Best of 2s? Then the second game is the exact same teams?
Oh no!
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Chiefs coming through on your blue side this time around, and first ban already on your screen.
Athena game banned out. Athena is really a flex pick. Support, jungle, and maybe if you want to go a little bit crazy, solo. Like, she's just so strong. She's strong in the jungle, strong in solo.
Whoa.
Not solo, support.
Okay, I've got a problem with you here. I think you just said Athena solo crazy. Athena mid lane is crazy, not solo.
No. Athena mid is just funny. Athena mid is just funny. Like, that's the thing you do when you need to unwind from a bad day from work and you just want to have a few laughs. That's what Athena mid is.
No, I think that's Ares mid. Anyway, let's talk about what's on the screen in front of us. Let's not talk about crazy things that may or may not have happened in normals gone past. Bans coming through thick and fast as we expected. Alcon to be banned out. We expected Ratatoska to be banned out. We expected probably Bellona to be banned out. Fenrir's left on the table. Sylvanas is here on the table. Geb's here on the table. There's a lot really open and a lot that can be flexed.
Yeah, Ratatoska game banned out. Don't want to give Maxon any kind of high mobility jungler. We saw what he did with Bastet, and I'm a little bit worried that he might get Bastet again, because Bastet not banned out just yet. We can see that the first pick coming out here is Medusa, and they'll be going to the way of Gruff. Now, he played Medusa in the last game, and he pulled off some quick, on the fly, really fast response abilities and decisions. Like, he's really grown into his ADC role a bit more than he has performed in the past.
Yeah, it's interesting actually to see them prioritizing the Hunter as well. Picking a Medusa, what it doesn't do is it doesn't really give all that much away. A Hunter, at the end of the day, is still a Hunter. The only Hunter that's not really a Hunter is Neith. Let's not talk about Neith.
Neith mid.
But okay, so let's talk about on the Hunter role, right? Medusa just doesn't give anything away, and I think that's the reason that Chiefs have opted for this at the first pick. Second round of drafting, just coming up on your screen, I believe, as well, is going to be Fenrir and Geb. Now, this is interesting to see Fenrir in the game with Ratatoska on the ban list.
Now, most people, if you don't already know, Fenrir excels very well at countering Ratatoska because the Brutalize can follow him through all of his dashes of the dart. However, I think people, in playing Fenrir more to counter that pesky little squirrel, I think they kind of realized just, hey, Fenrir does a lot of damage early, and later on, if you use the passive right with the Unbound, you jump around, you stun everyone. It's actually very strong, does a lot of damage, he has a very good control. I think he's starting to come into more of a flavor sort of pick.
Flavor pick or not, Freya, you may be seeing on your screen, is a troll. Our production guy is looking at us and going, hey! Let's troll you guys. Let's throw some trolls out of the chat. And then immediately starts a raffle. That's great. Fenrir and Geb are going to be on the board. It's going to be Sylvanas and Giannis in the next picks. So a lot of lane dominance. Again, the exact same lane coming out for the Chiefs on their duo side of the map. Giannis locked in for Crazy Aussie in the mid lane. And this is going to be an Isis in return for Church as well.
Now, I like the Giannis pick because, let's say hypothetically, Maxim doesn't play a high mobility jungler, or he gets banned out, gets counterpicked, whatever. Giannis, if he works well with Crazy Aussie, a lot of communication, he says, hey, I want to go over and gank Elucidator, can you give me a drop ship? Yeah, sure, babe. Straight you go, right over there, there's your high mobility, so they've got that covered. Like you said earlier, Medusa doesn't really reveal anything, doesn't show any cards up the sleeve sort of thing. And Sylvanas, again, powerful. I don't know why Synapse are giving him away. Don't give it to Princeall. He's been doing exceptionally well today. He's been doing exceptionally well in the past. And Sylvanas has been doing exceptionally well in the past. She's absolutely hard to deal with.
Yeah, Sylvanas incredibly hard to deal with. Isis came through. It's Isis into Giannis in the mid lane, so they got that mid lane pick out of the way. It's going to be an Agni ban. Agni banned out with Giannis already on the pick. That's super weird, and Ulu is going to be the final ban coming through from the side of the Chiefs.
The Agni ban would make a little bit more sense if it was Ivory, because I know Ivory likes to do the mage in the solo lane. So maybe a little bit of a throwaway ban. They could have banned out, I don't know, Bastet.
So
just saying it, just putting it out there. Just Bastet. Ula as well, banned out. I like Ula. Personally, I like Ula. He does very well. He has a lot of damage. However, he has mana issues. He has issues at the start of the game where he can't really wave clear all that well. He has issues with the mana before he gets to the Transcendence online. But going into the next picks, we can see that Neath is going to get picked up. Neath! Rank! Neath!
Neath, we were just talking about Neath a few minutes ago. Let's now bring her to the fore and talk about her. With Isis already on the table, it is either going to be a solo lane Neath, or it is going to be a Neath in the Hunter role. Those are the only two roles that are really left open. And there's a Geb on the table. I don't like Geb and Neath comboed together.
No,
I'm not a fan, man. I don't know about you.
I think it's pretty alright, because the thing that I always prattle on about all the time is that Geb struggles early. He's very passive, his wave clear is not very strong. With, you know, the changes in the meta, Geb is even now like towards the mid-tier sort of level. If he didn't have that stone shield for the cleanse and extra health, he'd just be gone. He would be irrelevant completely. But Neath carries people early game, and she has that world presence as well. So, you know, hey, there's a Maxon on my tail. I need a World Waver ASAP. Shoots along the way, allows the team to get out. I'm liking the Neath pick, regardless of where it goes.
They've got some nice circles going on already as well with
Circles on circles?
Isis. Neath can be comboed into that as well for some chain stuns. Fenrir, yeah, I think he can work quite well with the World Weaver. I think that's probably what this is going to be going towards. Hercules is going to be the final lock-in, and that is our draft confirmed coming through for Synapse, and Chiefs obviously going with the Awilish and Sung Wukong combo. So let's quickly run through and recap what Chiefs have selected. Medusa, Sylvanas, Giannis, Awilish, and Sung Wukong, with the bans being Athena, Bologna, and then Ulla. And going down the roster and side of Synapse, it is going to be Fenrir, Geb, Isis, Neath, and Hercules. And the three bans in order were Ratatoska, Alquang, and Agni. So, interesting compositions. So you're not Husey, you're Timmy.
Oh yeah, you're as bad as Nightfall. You're as bad as Nightfall.
I'm as bad as Nightfall. Anyway, alright, let's move on. Let's just forget I called you that. Husey is going to give me hell afterwards, I am sure. Let's talk about these comps. You wanted to see the aggression coming out from Synapse. You wanted to see them get all up in max and stronger because he's been performing insanely. What does this comp do?
Fenrir, he's really hard to deal with because early on, that brutalize. You hit 3, you do a lot of damage. You build up the runes, you stun someone, it's hard to deal with them, and then you bite them with the Ragnarok. Get them out of position, get them where they don't want to be. And with the Wish, if Suku has been used, Maxon has no mobility. This is actually a very strange pick because Wish doesn't have a whole lot of mobility. Just has the high movement speed and the single jump. However, the thing to remember is that early on, the feather step from the Wish does a lot of damage. Like, it would chunk half of your health bar and you would wonder why it happened. But can I point out the elephant in the room? Prenzel, knock up on Sylvanas. Alkiro, knock up on Wukong. A Willish. Gravity Surge. Bad news. All day. Like, on the solo side, you've got knock-ups. On the duo side, you've got knock-ups. Everywhere he goes, he has knock-ups. I'm expecting some Gravity Surges coming out here, because they have very strong communication on the side of Chiefs. This is going to be painful. Not to mention, you've got the jumps from the Fenrir and the Neath. Neath has the biggest, like the longest animation jump. The backflip lasts for so long. drag her right out of the air, pull her down to the ground, and put her in her place. This is dangerous.
Dangerous or not, you're about to find out. It is going to be the Chiefs and Synapse with the comps displayed on your screen. We'll be back in 2 minutes to bring you all the action of our second game. Chiefs have already taken out game number 1, so the only results left from this one on the season ticket are going to be a split or a 2-0 for Chiefs. If you haven't picked those up, you might want to do them now to lock it all in. Kiss all out on that season ticket as well. But other than that, guys, we'll be back in 2 minutes to bring you all the action of game number 2. Gentlemen, it is the second match of your Chiefs Esports Club versus Synapse Gaming to bring you all the action once again. I am, of course, Rain Conias, and joining me, Timmy, what adjectives would you use to describe yourself? Because we used a lot to describe Nightfall last week.
I'm not entirely sure. Like, I think if I gave myself a real objective, if I really just gave myself a name, it would be a little bit arrogant. So, Chet, you go ahead and decide what my little my title should be.
What your adjective is.
Objective. Like there. But anyway.
Rifle's lovely. Is he sexiest?
What are you?
I don't think we came up with one for me either. Switch has joined the commentary team of late as well.
He's the champion.
But check out what's going on in game. Theodore is a long way out from the side of Synapse. They're getting wards out onto the red buff. And wards they do have. A ward in response from the Chiefs is going to be planted at the left-hand side with Happy Camp. Ward at the back of their speed buff from the side of Synapse Gaming. And in the pit from Chiefs to Synapse's speed buff. That's a lot of ward coverage early game. Everyone is scrambling for control. Yeah,
I really like the ward coming out from Chiefs onto that speed buff. Because you know Maxim wants himself a speed buff. Like, if he takes a single speed buff, he's going to end up a single speed buff that doesn't belong to him in the beginning. It's going to be very dangerous for Synapse. It's going to be very hard for them to try and control him, because if anyone isn't too familiar with a Wish, basically one of her abilities is, Summon Suku. You run forward, not strafe, and you move very slowly. You feel very fast. But running forward, you move incredibly fast. And with a speed buff, you just zip across the entire map. And you've got that hyper mobility coming out there. And if you cancel it, if you don't jump, and if you cancel it, it does not go on cooldown. So all the mobility you could ever need.
Yeah, that's kind of what is lived and breathed by Max, and he loves these junglers that get around and can put pressure down. He plays a little bit of Thor. I most likely remember him for the Bastet from last game. He plays a lot of Bastet as well. Wants to get around the map. This time, though, Hearts Go Boom wants to get in his face, and this is the key factor for the Chiefs as well. They rely on Max and on his ability to influence right across the map. Well, Hearts, he's got a lot on his shoulders this time. He might be able to just do it.
I don't really think Maxon necessarily is like the only driving force of Chiefs. They're all very strong. I believe Alkiro does a lot as well. He just gets incredibly large in that solo lane. And by the time it comes to the team fights, he's disrupting the entire enemy team, causing a lot of havoc and panic, making them try and make really quick decisions, really quick, precise decisions. If they make the wrong one, it could end up costing themselves their life and the game.
Well, buffs are going to be started up right now on both teams. They're going to be starting back camp, and they're going to be starting speed buff on the right-hand side, back camp, and attack speed buff on the left-hand side for both the Chiefs and Synapse. So identical starts, identical XP. Moving through the jungle slightly quicker, though, is going to be Akuro and Maxon.
Yeah, Akuro and Maxon, they do have a bit more wave clear with that feather step. The Brutalize, yes, it does do quite a lot, but with the full passive, the AoE Brutalize, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage elsewhere. But one thing that you missed there, Graf and Prenzel actually went for the mid-camp side instead of the back Harpy, so that's still available for Crazy Aussie and Maxon for themselves to get a bit larger, a bit quicker. And it's also going to put Prenzel and Graf a little bit further ahead.
Well, take a look at the itemization coming through. Actually, there's a Spirit Bomb in the mid lane. Maxon's in trouble. Maxon is the first blood. Chiefs do not want that to happen. Looking for a kill, though. The portal was onto Agony, and they're not quite able to successfully pull that one off. But, hey, they'll live. It's going to be Synapse to pick up first blood.
Hasko Boom, unfortunately he took a lot of damage there, so he can't really go in and start invading. They know that that red buff is down. And they probably, if they were smart, they probably figured out that the back harpies were still up as well, because they didn't see anyone run past that ward of the red buff. But unfortunately now, everything's going to be picked back up, and Maxon needs to try and find himself a little kill to get himself back into this game as quickly as possible, where he wants to be.
Well, we're going to have to see how that develops. Let's take a look at the left-hand side of the map, and some weird itemization coming through for Prenzel. He's opted to start out with a silver breastplate at level 1.
He went for this build in the last game, but he didn't. I don't believe he rushed the breastplate of Valor. However, it does well for Sylvanas. It gives him the mana that he needs to have the Wisp constantly out, as well as the cooldown, which he does extremely well with. Breastplate has become a bit cheaper and does skip reduced mana.
Let's Go Boom is definitely getting on towards Graf on the left-hand side, and Church is going to secure the kill. Gets one in the pocket of himself, and well, we wanted to see some action from Hearts Go Boom. We're getting it.
Yeah, Hasko Boom, he's definitely doing what he needs to do. He's playing the Fenrir, he needs to play this early game. He needs to get those aggressive ganks coming out there. The only thing that I really want to see him do more is focus more on Maxon. At the moment, he is a level behind Maxon. He's still a level behind Maxon, even though Maxon did get first blood and Hasko Boom has 2 assists. Maxon just has the better farm, so he has to work even harder to try and put him down the ground if he wants to keep ahead of him.
On the right-hand side of the map, it is going all El Kiro's way. He's been able to shove Elucidator out, put a lot of hurt on towards Enforcement of Base. He's now picked up Improved Teleport. He is back in a lane for Elucidator. That mana bar's already chunked out to try and make sure that
mid camps. Hasko Boom very low there. Does manage to miss the Rafatella, but the Smite coming out from Crazy Aussie does get him there. And now Igni is very low down, does get taken out by Gruff. Chiefs are coming back with the retaliation.
On the right-hand side of the map, El Kiro putting some pressure on Elucidator again. But yeah, you mentioned it, Chiefs making sure they got that rotator around the map. They got a lot more pressure down because Gruff was there. They got a lot more pressure down because Prenzel was there. And look at the zone out on the left-hand side. Church wasn't able to get in there. Theodore not really able to lend a hand either. So unfortunately, that's the breaks. Gruff gets a rotate, and Chiefs, they work well in groups.
Hey, Maxon, can you still meet that blue buff? Thanks. Oh yeah, he's gonna go ahead, drop the blue buff. knock up coming out there. No gravity surge coming out, but there goes the feather step. Getting very low there.
They're actually going to pick him up. Maxim to get the last hit on that one as well. Heartscope Boom rotating towards the right-hand side of the map, but he's going to be forced to try and save the tower. El Kiro is coming in to pick up this blue buff. Heartscope Boom has got other ideas, though. He's got the Ragnarok. He's grabbed him up. He's trying to throw him back in towards the tower. Just doesn't quite get there. The Eagle's there, but it's going to be a Spirit Ball from Agony, who rotated from the mid lane, and Heartscope Boom gets another one on the board.
Heartscope Boom, he's starting to get what he needs to get. However, I'm not entirely sure where he's going with this short bow item. Logic dictates that he will be going into the Nikaval, but that means he has to go around and start boxing with people, especially physical people playing physical gods. I would have preferred something more like on the lines of a Jotun's Wrath, or even boots to keep up with Maxon's speed. But do you think Ikavel is going to be able to really put himself ahead where he needs to be?
Well, it's the Brutalize, right? He jumps on, he auto-attacks like 3 times, he gets that
It's not an auto-attack, though.
It's not an auto-attack? Well, there you go.
No, it's not. It's ability damage.
I've clearly not played enough Fenrir.
Fenrir's great, man. He's easy, you know, you just press 3, occasionally press 4, pick someone up, chuck them in the tower.
That's a hell of a mistake from me.
But yeah, like, you need to really start, building up the passive on someone, and then go for that Brutalize to get that Ikavel as well as the extra AoE damage. But on the left-hand side, Maxon and Prenzel
looking for the grab from Prenzel, didn't quite get it, but the Gravity Surge has got on towards the backflip. Church is in trouble. Prenzel picks it up. Heartscope Boom's got other ideas. Groff was looking for stuns. They're looking at Heartscope Boom. They secure him. Maxon gets the kill. Theodore coming in with a 3-man Cataclysm was absolutely what was needed. Now what else can they find? Trying to get on towards Theodore. They get him. Crazy Ozzy with the burst. Now Agony's got the circle. Can he get himself out of here? He's really low. They're looking to try and secure it. And I don't think they did they? Yeah, they did get that one to pop through. It didn't quite pop up on my spectator UI, but they get all 4. What a roam from Chiefs.
And now they're going to go ahead and get the gold field. This is going to put them even further ahead. Maxim gained 2 kills above, 2 kills, whereas Heartscope Boom only has 1 at the moment. And now Heartscope Boom has 2 deaths as opposed to Maxim's 1. With the Go Fury under the spot, Maxon's now taking the lead. Definitely taking the lead now, and now he's going to be able to rotate around and really start pushing.
Blink in on the left-hand side, they're looking to really get on towards Gruff. He dodges away from the Spirit Arrow, though. With the Lacerate, he's going to get out of there.
He's taking him back into the tower, right-hand side.
Oh, really trying to do what they can. Heartscope Boom, not quite being able to put enough damage out on towards El Kiro, and he's got the Ikaval. He should be able to box with him at this point in time, but not the case.
Now, here's the thing. El Kiro, he went for leveling up the Magic Cudgel. People who don't know, this is basically, I call this the tickle stick, because you hit an enemy goal with it, it does basically no damage. However, it does additional damage to creeps and minions. So he's focusing on pushing out this wave clear against Elucidator, getting those minions into the tower and starving them out. And then he's going to go ahead and try and looking to fight. But if Elucidator got the even ground and wanted to fight him, I think he may be able to win it out.
Check out this grouping from the left-hand side from Synapse. Agony had to rotate around to try and be a part of that one, make sure they didn't lose their attack speed buff. They will secure it, but they pay with half the health bar of the mid lane tower. Crazy Ozzy puts so much pressure down, and Heartscope Boom is in a world of trouble. And Maxon, he wants him. If I know Maxon, he wants more kills, and he certainly does right there. Agony, thinking about it. They're really thinking about it. Prenzel's here as well. Chiefs want to dive.
Chiefs definitely want to dive. More importantly, Maxim wants to dive. Everyone's around here. Nature's grasp does come out, but doesn't land. But knock comes up in, and now Crazy Ozzy is under the tower.
Yeah, should not have overstayed that one. Should have been grouping up. They got a lot of pressure on towards this mid lane tower. It is going to fall over like a breath of fresh air in just a few seconds. When they shove this wave up, all well and good for Chiefs. They continue their snowball. They continue their control around this map. And there's not much that Synapse can really do at the moment, except wait for a few item spikes.
Yeah, Synapse, they really need to, like, just stop fighting and they need to farm as quickly as possible. Gravity Surge actually coming out here in the jungle. Heartscope Boom getting very low here, gets picked up by Maxon. Circle protection coming out there, not going to be able to do all that much. And Maxon's going out!
Was blocked out by Prenzel, and that was crucial there to try and get Maxon away. One more Wind Gust will secure it, but now Agony is going to continue chasing down Prenzel. Does not auto-attack to avoid out those stuns. Can they find him here, Timmy?
Can they find him here? He's gonna have to try and juke his way out of here. Speedo is gonna come out here on towards Graph, but not really gonna be able to land anything. A little bit of spectator issues for me at the moment. Kronos is invading my jungle and it's making a little bit trouble, but now everything's set and good.
Kronos not just invading in jungle, but your hard drive, because he doesn't like to see any time wizards floating around like that. Reminds me of a certain card game with a dragon and a time wizard.
You right there? You just reminiscing?
Yeah, I'm just reminiscing. Just Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Just Yu-Gi-Oh.
Love Pokemon, man. But either way, Max can gain another speed buff here. Even more mobility, and Hasko Boom, level 9, whereas Maxim is 11. We keep going back to the junglers, but that's where the contention really is. That's the real deciding factor in these games. There's a lot of rotation and going around onto this right-hand lane. Elucidator does turn around so he doesn't get knocked up by Maxim, and he goes ahead and backs off.
Well, gonna be interesting to see where they do decide to continue to pressure from the Chiefs. We've got 3 on the right-hand side, but Maxim is doing the fadeaway right now. As the rotations start to come out from Theodore and Heartsko Boom, they might want to fight them here. Then again, they might just want to get on towards Agony.
Agony is in a little bit of a dangerous spot. There is no tier 1 tower. However, they're just going to go ahead. I believe they see this purple buff coming up now, and they're going to take this one away and give it a Gruff. Put him ahead even further of Church at the moment. We haven't talked about him a little bit, all that much at the moment. He is 900 gold behind Gruff at the moment.
Ouch, that's rough, and he's not quite finished stacking out that Transcendence either. He's forced to go into the Warrior Tubby immediately afterwards, so RC online, RC will be picked up by Gruff next, and he has opted for the Warrior Tubby as well, so straight out of the
right lane.
Mid lane, they're going to be looking
mind.
for it. Right lane you mentioned, they're looking to try and get on towards El Kiro. Heartsko Boom, Elucidator waiting for him to come off the cloud. He was on cloud 9, El Kiro, that's what it was, sitting up there and regenerating health, but look at the rotations left-hand side. They're looking to get on towards Church. They did get the snare down from Prinzel. He's going to look for something in just a few seconds. There's so many members coming over here right now. Theodore is going to get a 2-man stun with the Cataclysm, trying to get on towards Maxon. They get the grab back, but it's on towards Theodore. They're still trying to kill off Church, not quite able to do so. Theodore's so low. Crazy Aussie wants to go underneath his tower, misses the portal, and they're going to be forced to run away, but Agony has got other ideas.
Agony's trying to get his way over towards Maxim, but he doesn't quite have enough. Maxim gets him with the feather step, just juking him around him and flipping over, saying see you later. And now they're going to be looking for this Gold Fury.
This is Gold Fury number 2 as well. Heartsko Boom, he does not want to let this one go away from his team, and he's going to try, but El Kiro and Prenzel have gone to zoning duty. They're going to start fighting now with him. Heartsko Boom's leaping in, the Ragnarok's down, he's stopped the Gold Fury, but he's dead! Oh my god, what was that damage? That was filthy. That was filthy. He just died instantly.
That Petrify just absolutely put a dent in his fur. Even though he was in Ragnarok form, I don't think he had the full passive. When you get full passive and you go into Ragnarok form, your protections do double. However, he doesn't have any. He is an assassin with no tanky items. The Ragnarok is not going to be able to keep him alive long enough to try and still go Fury away from 5 people from Chiefs.
Yeah, that was a little bit suicidal from Heartsko Boom. Did end up paying for it with his life. That's what happens when you go charging into 5 members all alone.
Especially when you charge into a Medusa who's looking at you with that petrified glare.
She's kind of like that sassy African American woman. She's just like, "Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Don't look at me! Don't be looking at me!
Oh, you're not looking at me!
No, yeah, no looking at me. And well, paid for it.
Either way, the right-hand tier 1 tower gonna go falls away of Valkyrie. He does pick that one up, and now just having a little bit of a slap fight with Elucidator. Both very tanky warriors in the soul lane. Just having a little bit of a slap fight with each other, but Elucidator does have that Mystic Mail.
Mid lane, check out the rotations, blink in from Prenzel, he's looking for the ultimate, got it onto all 3, and Maxon immediately killed off Heartsko Boom. They're now going to turn around onto the out of position Agony. He is absolutely dead in 3 kinds of the worst ways possible. What can they find? Not quite him just yet. Elkiro's got other ideas though. He's coming through with that Tiger form. They've got on towards Theodore. His health bar's low. He did get a 3-man Cataclysm Hack, and he's got one in response. It's Gruff as well. Elkiro to go up in the air. They'll think about disengaging here and successfully able to do so. Chiefs, they're only going to trade 1 for 1 though.
Through space and time is on cooldown, so they won't be able to back and go ahead straight back into the aggression. Elkiro is... No, he's going to go ahead and bird form out. I forgot Wukong is absolutely ridiculous to try and catch. Just, you can't catch him. Bird of nope, somersault of nope, just nope. Nope.
I'm an ox. I'm going to run through you and not really care. Or I'm a tiger and I'm going to sprint away. Or I'm a bird and I'm just going to fly away. There's nothing you can really do.
Fly away and be free.
They've got the 2 Beast Riders. Well, they've got the 3 Beast Riders from the side of the Chiefs. They've got Elkiro, who's riding... Well, he's going to turn into whatever the heck he wants and be that. They've got Suku on the side of Max, and then they've got a guy riding a tree. I'm not sure if a tree is a beast. I'm going to say probably not.
It's a living tree. It's a beast.
It's a beast. Ant. A tree ant? An ant is a creature.
Yeah, it's a beast.
There you go.
Although Elkiro doesn't ride the beast, I think he is a beast in the soul lane. He has no fear. He knew that Synapse Gaming would try and take away their own blue buff, but he goes ahead and throws the tickle stick over the wall to try and secure that. However, not going to be able to get the luck of the draw there.
Well, trying to do things on that right-hand lane is not going to be successful for Synapse. They've got 2 members over here, and Elkiro is still comfortable with whatever they try and do to him.
He really doesn't care. He's
on the left-hand side, though, they're actually going to go on towards Church. Solo! Gruff's already picked him up. Theodore is in a wrong spot. They're going to try and make sure they lock him down. They do successfully do that. The Cataclysm locks them down, though. Crazy Aussies here just for a little bit of kill secure. They find another one. Another 2 kills for Chiefs. And if you take a look at the graphs, it's a 10k experience difference and 7k gold. It's 16 minutes, Timmy. 16 minutes.
This is, at this point, with the 10k XP and 7,000 gold, this is pretty much where we saw Chiefs put it away. Not to mention, the rotation speed coming from Chiefs is phenomenal. There's a little bit of a fight on the left-hand side, but everyone shifted over the lane. Crazy OCE was over there, literally split. Elkiro was in the mid lane if he needed to be called in. But now they're diving under this tier 2 tower. They don't care!
Yeah, they're gonna dive deep underneath this one. Agony's already burst out with that circle of protection, so they kill off Elucidator. He's supposed to be tanky, but he doesn't really do all that much. Hearts go boom! Hasn't killed off Max, and yes, he finally has. Gets one. Now, what are they gonna be able to turn around and do from the side of the Chiefs? Because they're invested a long way in there for that engage. And Elkiro, he's still chasing Hearts. He's finally gonna pick him up. So Chiefs get at least 2 for 1 trade. Gold Fury spawning in 20 seconds. They're gonna base away. They're just gonna do the fadeaway. Set up for that and ensure that they continue to blow out this lead.
Granted, Husker Boom did get the kill onto Maxon. It was a little bit weird that he ran through Chiefs and into a buff position for himself. It did get Maxon away from the rest of his team where they don't want to deal with Maxon. He picked him up and said, no, take him away. We don't want to deal with him. But he wasn't able to get out of there with his life. He used a lot just to put Maxon down in the ground. And like you said, Elkiro, he picked them up. Mystic Mail no, he doesn't have Mystic Mail. He just did the Master's Will. A little spin leg sweep, just goes ahead, takes out the puppy.
Or he slapped him with the tickle stick. A few times. I'm sure he slapped him with the tickle stick.
I'm sure a slap came out there, had 1 point.
That's like a Direwolves reference.
Throw back to slap and tickle.
Yada, if you're listening, play some Song Wukong. Timmy wants to see you with the slapple tick, the tickle stick.
The tickle stick. Slap him with the tickle stick. But yeah, like we look at some of the builds actually in this Gold Fury area. Featherstep coming out there. Elucidator again very low. Big Patrick coming out. Love of Terror.
Yeah, it did a lot. Now they're on towards Theodore. Elkiro's going to secure that one up. Church is incredibly low. He's got nothing left. Elkiro slaps him with the stick indeed to pick up one. Agony now is going to find the only kill of that entire fight. And they're just going to kill him off in a few seconds. That's all it takes for Gruff to finally pull off the Dia side. It's a 1 for 5 trade. Chiefs happy any day of the week with that one.
They're gonna go ahead. I would be surprised if they didn't go for Fire Giant right now. Although Maxon's gonna be a little bit heartbroken. He probably isn't gonna be up by the time that this falls. However, there's nothing that Synapse can do at the moment, so it's the perfect time to take this away. As soon as they get Fire Giant, this could be very dangerous. I'm talking all the rest of the towers coming down to the ground, as well as some Phoenixes.
Uh-oh, Elucidator, he's got other ideas about this Fire Giant, not quite able to do anything about it though, and he did get lacerated up. Crazy Aussie's gonna eat a World Weaver if he's not careful, and Elkiro manages to block it successfully for him. Gruff turns around, they got the through space in time, not quite able to secure, doesn't get the Earthbreaker into the Driving Strike combo, and Elucidator incredibly low. The Blink Forward from Pretzel, it's just a matter of time, they'll eventually kill him. Eventually, Crazy Aussie secures that one up, but now Heartscope Boom and Elkiro is chasing towards Theodore. I said Heartscope Boom, but I was thinking the wrong person. They might have found him out here. They have. Heartscope Boom is in a world of trouble, gets snared up once again. The slapstick is going to go down through and almost tick off towards Heartscope Boom. Pops out the Ragnarok, trying to get out of here. This extended fight is still managing to go. They get the knock up on towards Agony, trying to kill him off. Elkiro finally secures Heartscope Boom. Circle of Protections does a large amount of healing. Agony finally goes down though. Gruff lives with just a sliver of health, and Church is trying to get away, but Maxon has other ideas. He's got the mobility, he's got the teammate in Crazy Aussie, and they wipe them all but one once again, Timmy. Chiefs are just on a rampage.
They absolutely are. This a 1-for-5 Deer side into a Fire Giant, into another unofficial Deer side. Elucidator spoiling the fun there. But he's just not able to do enough anymore. He's just too squishy. Elucidator actually losing a lot of his health in an instant. He's going right back to the fountain and not mucking around with anything else there. Heartscope Boom, look at his items. He went for Devour's Gauntlets. I don't know why he's done this. It doesn't make sense to me. Several Gauntlets. Fenrir. Behind.
He's significantly behind. Elucidator's going to drop down the boulder though and look for the tower defense. Sorry, it's a Phoenix defense, even worse than that. Theodore's looking for some combos. They've already lost the Phoenix though, trying to get out of here. Chiefs, no, they're actually going to turn back around and re-engage this one, looking for the Unstable Vortex. Zones out. Great job there from Crazy Aussie. Doing all they can. The Gravity Surge is on towards Elucidator. They're just going to burn through him. They've almost killed him off. He lives. He lives. Theodore doesn't though, and now Heartscope Boom is trying to chase down and pick up Max, and will successfully do so before paying with his own life. Elkiro's going backline side of this fight, looking to see what he can find. He gets the Tiger Sun on towards Agony, but gets plucked into the fountain. Almost. And now the Wrath of Terror really trying to secure this one off. Gruff will pick up the kill on towards Church, and they're looking still for Elucidator, not quite able to do it. They're going to bail the heck out of here, but what a game from Chiefs thus far. Continuing to snowball the entire game long. They're not quite done yet. They've still got to finish this one out.
They just absolutely taking this game away. Wipe into a Fire Giant, into a wipe, into so many structures going down. The Titan is now exposed in 2 lanes.
Kiro's come through here on the backside, looking at Elucidator primarily at this point in time. No, they're going to turn around and slap down Agony. He's absolutely dead. Elucidator is going to be the next target coming through. Elkiro, though, wanted to go on towards Theodore and has successfully locked him up. The Tickle Stick does a little bit of work, not quite able to secure it off. He's going to drop the ult, almost kills it off. Manages to get out of the through space in time, but Gruff secures Elucidator in the meantime. Heartscope Boom's trying to do what he can on the backline. It's on towards Crazy Aussie. Will not be able to do it. They get a double kill for Gruff. The Titan under attack. This is all but over.
At this point, Heartscope Boom is just throwing himself away, trying to get rid of those high damage targets. However, every time he does so, Chiefs gets stronger and stronger. He's so far behind. He has no defensive items so far. He does have the round shield coming out there, but that gives Steely all protection, only 5 physical protections. Crazy Aussie's just hidden like a truck. He's got the Book of Thoth coming out there. It's almost fully stacked. If he goes back and gets a roll to Hootie, that's gonna be it. He's gonna be able to one-shot pretty much anyone on the side of Synapse who isn't Theodore.
Let's start talking about our MVPs of this series. We've got a 1, 2, and 3 set to really pick up here. Player damage thus far this game. Gruff, 19,540, 19,228 from the side of Crazy Aussie. Maxon is right up there as well, 17k, 454. But look at that as well, so is Elkiro. They're all so close together in terms of damage source. What are your thoughts thus far on who really deserves the MVP from such a pronounced effort from the Chiefs when they finally managed to secure this off? Without some significant throws.
I'm definitely going to give it to Maxon. Even though he got first blooded, he has not been behind Heartscope Boom. I mentioned it beforehand, but I was saying Heartscope Boom it was ahead on the kills, But then I paused for a moment because I realized Maxon was just farming, getting back into the game, and right back into it, and he hasn't stopped this entire game. Speaking of which, Gold Fury going to go ahead and go fall to the way of Chiefs any moment here. Even more gold for Chiefs Esports Club. But I'm definitely giving my number 1 to Maxon.
Number 1 to Max, and number 2, I think we were expecting Gruff to really come out and look to improve, look to get his name on that scoreboard this week, and he's adapted quite heavily, looking for some picks in the mid lane. Theodore is just gonna get killed off. Crazy Aussie with all the bursts in the world. Phoenixes are about to respawn, but look at Chiefs, they're right there to clean them back up. No, they want Fire Giant.
They casually walk to the Fire Giant. Crazy Aussie's got the Obsidian Shard as well as the Soul Reaper just for that. He was doing so much damage in one hit
Teleport from
beforehand.
Elucidator though, he's going to get to a ward incredibly close by, and he's going to look to try and get in here. Fire Giant is incredibly low, he's going to miss securing that one out for his team, but now he's in the opposite side. He could look for Crazy Aussie, but Crazy Aussie's got slows, he's got a portal there, Gruff's here, Maxon over the wall, Maxon locks it up and goes to 10, 5, and 13. Well, yeah, I think, let's go back a second, let's talk about MVPs. I think Gruff has just improved out of sight this week.
Incredibly. I didn't really want to say it out loud because he has been doing very well considering, you know, the people that he's been going up against. But Gruff, at the beginning of this little union of Chiefs, Gruff was a little bit of the weak link. He was a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit hesitant, but now he's confident. He has the confidence. He's got the power. Gravity Surge coming out there, not going to be able to do anything. Does get feeds out here, but Synapse is pushed underneath their own fountain. Ragnarok's coming out here, not going to be able to get anyone them back into the fountain to try and kill them off.
Well, yeah, Gruff, though. Chiefs are 1 man down at this point in time. Heartscope Boom went a little bit deep, looking to try and do what he could. He got burst out for his troubles. Church is not healthy either. Elkiro's right up in the backline. Gruff got focused out by Elucidator. Great beats to shrug off the driving strike combo. Now Heartscope Boom with the blink through. He's looking to go backline side and just gets burst out. Prensel to secure that kill. Gruff is solo but manages to live. He's going to get out of here. The next focus, Elucidator is continuing to drop. They get on towards Church, and Church is going to get eliminated by Maxon. Who's going to be next? Theodore not all that healthy at the end of all this. All things considered, they finally secure him off, and the Chiefs look like they might finally be able to end this game. And Timmy, we've still got to pick one more MVP.
I'm going to go ahead and give it to Prinzel. He hasn't, in this second game, he hasn't died a single time. He's played Sylvanas both of the games, and he's been able to keep his team up so healthy during all of the dives, the risk keeping his team up so much. And he's been getting a lot of kills as well with all that dot damage. Just securing, healing, sieging. He's been doing everything he needs to for his team. So I give him my number 3 spot.
You're going to give him your number 3 spot? I think I agree. Prenzel just seemed to be everywhere. He seemed to really want to be influencing the map. Elkiro did a nice job over there in the solo. His play damage was a little bit higher because solos obviously beat on each other a heck of a lot more. They're always sitting around each other. They have naturally higher player damage. So I think Prenzel did an incredibly good job to be a part of everything that he was a part of. Maxon was playing out of his mind. We've already mentioned that, but that's been Maxon thus far. I really want to see how Maxon does develop over the coming weeks from behind. I think that's going to be the crucial factor as the Chiefs start to go up against teams like Avant-Garde and the Direwolves, is how well can Maxon do from behind in the jungle.
Well, Maxon, he's shown that he's able to farm up even in awkward situations. And with that high mobility, if something doesn't go his way, if a gank fails, he can just retreat back into the jungle, go straight back to farming as quickly as he can. And he has this natural thing of being able to be at the right place at the right time. And when there's nothing to really go against, constantly farming. There's not a time where he's not earning gold and XP.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is series number 1. If you want to keep up to date with where everything is going down, don't forget to follow @CGSmite on Twitter. Let us know with your next matchup coming up for this evening. Is going to be the Direwolves versus Ivory. Who do you think is going to win? I really want to see you guys' thoughts on this one on Twitter. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of a slanting of this matchup, I feel, going around, but I still want to hear. I want to hear what our players, what our watchers, what all of our viewers and fans think of the Oceanic scene and whatnot. @CGSmite are the tags. You can find us on Twitter as well, @Ranconius, @OCE. Timmy, keep us up to date with your thoughts. If you want to start a Twitter conversation, all that banter is accessible right there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a caster change for our second game. So this will be it from me here tonight, Timmy, and all the crew as well. We'll be right back with with another game for you.
See you later.
After they came and destroyed the